A good example of where the new mining careers are. Welcome to Australian Mining for New Starters, and in today's video I just want to have a look at the lithium project that Gina's trying to buy into in Western Australia, Liontown it's called, and the reason I want to talk about it is because this has happened. They've going underground on one of the pits that's finishing up in the next month or so, and they've signed a $1 billion contract over 4 years. And I was catching up with a mate the other week that works for these guys, and they're in the process of mobilising now, and it's 15 jumbos and 18 boggers and God knows how many trucks and all that sort of stuff, and it's all systems go. They want to establish 6 portals off the bottom of the pit that's down there, so yeah, future six in total off the bottom of the pit. And apparently the plan is just to go hell for leather to get as much done as quickly as possible. And why is that important, and why is this about your future career in mining? Well, it's because this is where all the jobs are going to be, because they can't put the automated trucks in for this work. They need bums in seats from all the way down the bottom to all the way up to the top. And you know, they've already short all around the country. If you go over to Seek and type underground in, you'll see all the jobs come up, and you'll see entry level everywhere. Barminco and Burncut are probably the 2 big players on the block, and everybody's having to hire new starters. Nobody wants to, because it's an expensive practice and they end up going through a lot of new people, because you know, it's just the way it is, unfortunately, if you go in green and not knowing how it all works. But that's the situation that we're in at the moment, with all the mines around the country opening up and reopening. With the new battery boom that's going on, there's just jobs everywhere. And if you want a career in the mining industry, a long-term career, well, this is where you're going to achieve it, and this is where you're going to get it. We load up all the jobs on our mining jobs to apply for page for the people that have done the training. If you watch some of the other videos, you'll know about the training. It's there to teach you how the mine works, so when you get to site, or even when you're in the interview, you can actually hold a conversation with the foreman in the interview about how it all works. And when you can, you know, it changes the goalpost, because the issue that all the employers have got isn't teaching you how to drive the truck or use the equipment. It's teaching you enough about how the mine works so they can leave you alone to get on with the job by yourself. And so many people can't, unfortunately, and that's why there's so many jobs around. But you'll see all the jobs here. It's all over the country. There's a lot in WA, of course, because we've got a lot of mines over here, but there's heaps of roles around North Queensland. A lot of people at the moment, because they go through so many people, they're looking for people to make a commitment. So often they want you to try and move, you know, for entry-level roles, sometimes they want you to move to the country town or the mining town like Mount Isa or Kalgoorlie or Cobar. Just depends on the employer. There's a lot of stuff that's fly out of Perth that's entry-level. There's some stuff that's entry-level that's fly out of Brisbane and the Sunshine Coast and the Gold Coast. And there's a lot of stuff that's drive in, drive out of New South Wales. It's all entry level around Parkes and Cobar and Orange around there. Everybody's ramping up at the moment. Everybody's mind's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And the issue that everybody's got at the moment, if I was a foreman and I saw this coming out, I'd be concerned, because the only way that Burncut make this happen is if they poach a whole heap of people, experienced people from a whole heap of jobs around the country. And they'll do that because Burncut pay well and they look after their people, and you know, everybody's generally happy. So you know, the opportunity arises, they'll have no shortage of people wanting to jump ship. Now that will create a lot of opportunity around the country for other for entry level into other mines where people have had to go up because people have left or whatever's gone on. So a huge project like that coming online is a really big deal, but it's only one of many projects from around the country that are coming online. If you have a look at the latest job hunt video and you go and have a look at the map down there, it'll show you all the mines that are around the country that are looking for people at the moment, and there are lots, and there's lots firing up again that are coming out of care and maintenance because the prices have gone up. And there's a lot of gold mines, a lot of old pits that went down to about 150 metres and weren't viable to go go any further, that all of a sudden now the gold price is $3,000 an ounce. It's truly viable to go a lot further down, and that's what they're doing. So there's a lot of work out there. It's just not where people are thinking about it. It's in the hard rock underground space. That's where your long-term career is going to be. I did a video on this not too long ago. You can have a look at it. The reality of the situation is all these big trucks are all automated now, and in this video we look at a story about how they've opened a new coal mine in Queensland and they're using 21 automated trucks. So instead of having 85 truck drivers or 84 truck drivers or whatever they'd need normally to run the fleet, there's a couple of technicians and some fitters. That's the reality of the situation. They can't use the driverless trucks in the underground side of things, even though the trucks can drive themselves. You can't establish the exclusion zones, so they need bums in seats, and that's why it's the new production mining job is the underground truck. So I hope that information helps, and if you do decide to do the training, then have a look at the Mining Jobs to Apply For page and check out the videos. We'll load them up regularly, and as you can see, there's a lot of stuff all over the country that you can go for, and it's just a matter of clicking on and then going from there. So I hope you found that information helpful, and if you could share this information around and like and subscribe the channel. Thanks.